Welcome friends, in this video let's look at the location of important gulfs in the world. First let's look at the Gulf of Suez. Gulf of Suez here, northern arm of the Red Sea extends into Sinai Peninsula. This is Sinai Peninsula and bifurcates into two important gulfs. On the left side we find Gulf of Suez, and on the right side of the Sinai Peninsula, that is on the eastern side of the Sinai Peninsula, we find Gulf of Aqaba. Okay, on the western side Gulf of Suez, and on the eastern side Gulf of Aqaba. On the southern side of Sinai Peninsula we find the Red Sea. Okay, and next let's look at the Gulf of Riga, and it is present near Latvia and Estonia. Okay, and this Gulf of Riga is a bay of the Baltic Sea. Okay, it is a bay of the Baltic Sea, and it is present between Latvia and Estonia. Okay, Estonia in the north and Latvia in the south. Next Gulf is Gulf of Oman. Gulf of Oman. Gulf of Oman, it's a strait that connects Arabian Sea. Okay, that connects Arabian Sea with the Strait of Hormuz. Okay, which then moves into Persian Gulf. Okay, it's a strait that connects Arabian Sea with Strait of Hormuz and then to this Persian Gulf. This is the Gulf of Oman. Okay, it is arm of the Arabian Sea. Next, let's look at the Gulf of Mexico. Gulf of Mexico. It is in the United States and between US and Mexico. On the eastern side, as well as north and northwestern side, it is surrounded by the United States, and on the southwestern side, okay, southern side, it is surrounded by Mexico. Okay, and on the southeastern side it is nearer to Cuba. So this is the Gulf of Mexico. Next, Gulf of Kutch. Gulf of Kutch is in Gujarat. Okay, and this is an arm of Arabian Sea. Okay, Gulf of Kutch is an arm of Arabian Sea, and this is Gulf of Kambakht. Okay, this is Gulf of Kambakht, and to this Gulf some of the important west flowing rivers like Narmada, Tapi, Sabarmati drains into it. Okay, Narmada, Tapi, Mahi and Sabarmati drains into this Gulf of Kambakht. This is Gulf of Kambakht and this is Gulf of Kutch. And next let's look at the Gulf of Finland. Gulf of Finland. This Gulf of Finland is the easternmost arm of the Baltic Sea. Okay, it is the easternmost arm of the Baltic Sea. It extends between Finland, okay, in the north and Estonia in the south, and St. Petersburg of Russia in the east. So this is the Gulf of Finland. Okay, Russia, Estonia and Finland. It is surrounded by these countries. And next look at the Davao Gulf. Davao Gulf. This Davao Gulf is found in Mindanao in Philippines. Okay, Mindanao in Philippines island. Next, let's look at the Gulf of Carpentaria. It is present between Australia and New Guinea. Gulf of Carpentaria. Okay, this is the Gulf of Carpentaria. This is the Gulf of Carpentaria. This is the northern Australia, and this is New Guinea. Okay, and next let's look at the Gulf of California. Gulf of California. Gulf of California is a body of water that separates the Baja California Peninsula. Okay, Baja California Peninsula and Mexican mainland. Okay, this separates the California Peninsula and Mexican mainland. This is the Gulf of California. Next is Gulf of Bothnia. Gulf of Bothnia. Sorry, Gulf of Bothnia. Bothnia. B-O-T. Sorry. Gulf of Bothnia. This Gulf of Bothnia is present. It is the northernmost arm of the Baltic Sea. So this is the Baltic Sea. It is the northernmost arm of the Baltic Sea, and it's on the western side we find Sweden, and the eastern side we find Finland. Okay, this is the northernmost arm of the Baltic Sea. Next is Gulf of Bahrain. Gulf of Bahrain. Gulf of Bahrain is an inlet to the Persian Gulf. Okay, it is an inlet to the Persian Gulf on the east coast of Saudi Arabia. So this is Saudi Arabia on the east coast of Saudi Arabia, and it separates from the main body of water by the peninsula of Qatar. Okay, Qatar. It separates from the main body by the Qatar. This is the Qatar. Okay, this is the eastern coast of Saudi Arabia. Okay, and next is Gulf of Alaska. Gulf of Alaska. It's in the United States. Gulf of Alaska. And this is the Gulf of Alaska in the Pacific Ocean, arm of the Pacific Ocean, northern Pacific Ocean. And next is Gulf of Aden. You must know this, Gulf of Aden. And this Gulf of Aden is an arm of Arabian Sea. Okay, it is an arm of Arabian Sea. On the northern side we find Yemen. Okay, and on the eastern side we find Djibouti. Okay, Djibouti, Eritrea to a certain extent, and Somalian peninsula here. Okay, on the north we find Yemen, on the east Djibouti, and on the south Somalia. This is the Gulf of Aden. It is an arm of Arabian Sea, and after this we find Red Sea on the northern side. This is it about the important location of important gulfs. Please subscribe to the channel. I hope it helped you. Thanks for watching.